Thanks for helping me with the Nature Week exhibit, George. We'd like to see the tracks of all the animals that live around here. The swim mask? Oh, I'm gonna go jump in the lake to conduct the Nature Week fish survey. Bye.
George wished his photos were more exciting, but there weren't many exciting animals around here.
Hey, George! What you doing? Wow, I see you've got almost every local animal except that fawn I've seen in the hills. A fawn is a baby deer. Bet you don't see too many of them in the city, huh?
A fawn was just the special, unusual animal George was looking for.
Come on, I'll show you where to find it.
George still hadn't seen the fawn or learned what its tracks looked like. These were the biggest tracks George had seen so far. Something extra large must have left them. They looked like big duck tracks. A big duck would make a terrific photo. This was like the long track the garter snake made. A giant duck with a snake's tail would make an even better picture. But a huge snake with duck feet would be the most incredible photo of all. Maybe it swam back home. George remembered he'd seen big tracks like these in a book. There they were, dinosaur tracks. A duck-billed dinosaur. And the tracks were headed towards Bill's house.
Hiya, George. Did you see the fawn? Yeah, I guess those do look like dinosaur tracks. Yep. My new boots were hurting my feet, so I put these on to walk to the lake. I told you I was going swimming, remember? Hey, now I know what it's like to walk in a dinosaur's footsteps.
With no hungry dinosaurs around, George still needed that special photo for Nature Week. It sounded like Jumpy was hungry again. But George had enough pictures of that squirrel. For such big animals, those deer left pretty small tracks.
Hey, deer tracks. Wow, you used fruits and vegetables to lure the deer to our house so you could take photos?
Look at these wonderful deer. Oh, how did you manage to capture such amazing photos, George?
Oh, you know George, he just used his imagination. Isn't that right?
Look Look, Hundley, it's your buddy George.
Come on in, guys.
Thanks for letting Hundley spend the night while I'm gone. I brought all of his chew toys and snacks and grooming supplies. Thank you, Hundley. And this is a list of everything Hundley needs and when he needs it.
Oh, that's quite a list.
He's used to doing things in a certain way. This is the first time we've been apart in 3 years, 7 months, and 15 days. I'll pick you up in the morning, just like we talked about. Bye-bye.
Bye. We'll make sure he has a good time. I'm gonna do the laundry.
Next, add 1/2 cup of water. Hundley had been taught good manners, to be neat, and to chew his food thoroughly. Waiting for Hundley to chew wasn't George's idea of fun. George couldn't wait to find out what was next on the list. Just to make sure Hundley wasn't trying to tell him something important, George checked the list. Hundley didn't want to play. He always slept with Squeaky Mouse. Squeaky Mouse helped Hundley sleep and kept nightmares away. Hundley knew George was having a bad dream, and he didn't have his own Squeaky Mouse.
Wow.
Hello, Hundley. How you doing, boy? Was he any trouble?
Not at all, right, George?
Hundley says thank you.
Dogs and monkeys don't always understand each other. But sometimes a Squeaky Mouse can tell you who your real friends are.
Oh, there! We have a saying on the dock, son. Look before you leap.
Huh? Hey, Hey, what happened to all the water?
Well, the dry spells lowered the lake quite a bit, don't you know? Not a good time to dive off the dock, but a great time to waterproof it.
That sounds like a big job. Do you want a hand?
Well, if you're offering, I'm sure not saying no.
If the water was gone, where were the fish?
I don't know where they are. Oh, yeah. Mr. Yellowpants, we have to go find the fish.
Okie doke. Be a good little monkey. And girl.
We found them. Hiya, fish. What's he doing here? Look at that, George. He's so lonely. We have to save him. Oh, you're right. We should move him to the big lake so he can be with his family.
Honey, Sally just cracked a tooth and I have to take her to the vet. You want to come?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of rescuing a fish.
Oh, well, I don't think Sally can wait.
All right. Well, I'll come back as soon as I can. Bye.
Oh, it wouldn't be long now. As soon as the path was finished, the fish could swim back home. He did it. No more fish could get swept through. If George was willing to sit there for the rest of his life.
Hey, George, what you doing? Looks to me like you're digging a canal. A canal connects two bodies of water. The water level is higher on this side, so you're going to want a lock. A lock keeps all the water from flowing from one side to the other. Here's how it works. See, a lock has watertight gates on each end. This is the big lake, and this is the small pond. You pull up the gate on one end, and the water in the middle goes to that level. At least one gate is always closed, so the water in the middle stays where you want it. Just follow the diagram. I'd stay and help, but I've got a bunny emergency. When they run out of lettuce, it's not pretty. See ya!
Well, what have we here?
It looks like a fish canal.
You are some smart monkey.
I'm back!
Last one in is a rotten fish egg.
Oh, boy. I have no idea how to use this. But when in doubt, read the instructions? I guess there are no instructions. Oh, don't worry. Between a smart man and a smart monkey, we should be able to figure it out. Hello? What? Yeah, I'll be right there. Sorry, George. Professor Wiseman needs me at the museum. They're picking a new shade of yellow for the main hall. I'll be back as soon as I can.
George figured a smart monkey all by himself should be able to work this thing. Now, what did Juicy J say he put in that drink?
It's got 5 fruits and vegetables, plus a special secret ingredient.
5 fruits and vegetables. All of them seem to be red. Apples are red. And peppers. And strawberries. And watermelons. George didn't know what cabbage was, but it was the last red thing in the fridge. 5 red things. Now all George needed was a special ingredient. A red fish? Why not? Okay, so maybe raw fish is not a special juice ingredient. Maybe George needed more of these things. Close, but George thought more apples might help. George's juice was perfect. Well, almost. It still needed a special secret ingredient. Where could he find one of those?
Oh, but careful. Radishes are a little speziato. That means spicy.
Radishes were spicy. But spicy might be good in a drink.
I know. Help yourself, Georgie. Just the radishes? Bye-bye.
George hoped that one radish would do the trick. George had done it. His juice was just as good as Juicy J's. Better even.
George! Oh, no. Oh, have you been making juice? Oh my goodness, this juice is amazing! Yeah!
George thought his juice was so delicious, he decided to give it away at the next farmer's market.
Get your George juice. It's made with apples for strong bones, cabbage for vitamin C, and a bunch of other healthy stuff.
Oh, thanks. Oh, this is fantastic. Can I get the recipe?
Sure. George started with your juice, but added a few new ingredients.
A radish? Oh, that is brilliant! A revolution in juice making! To George and his delicious George juice!
On their way home from the circus, the monkey with the yellow balloon and the man with the yellow hat noticed that Professor Wiseman's light was still on.
Don't tell me you're still working, Professor.
Of course, it's only 9 o'clock.
What's this? A foot race?
Mm-hmm. We're trying to raise money for an expedition to the lost city of Omam.
Oh.
Great cause. I'll sign up for that. Hey, you want to help me train, George? Great. What about you, Professor? Are you going to run?
Me? Oh, I can't run. I've got way too much work.
Poor Professor Wiseman. She doesn't know what she's missing.
The next day, George couldn't wait to start training.
Hey! Wait up!
Stop! I need help!
This was strange. The professor who said she couldn't run was running.
Terrible, absolute disaster!
What, did the T-Rex collapse?
Oh, worse. Anonymous donors. They won't contribute to the expedition unless I run the race.
Oh, but that's great. Races are a lot of fun.
Can you help me train? I don't know a thing about running.
No problem. Let's meet in the park at lunchtime tomorrow.
Terrific. Can't wait.
No, Sharky, look out! Oh, boy.
What? He sprained his ankle? How can I train for the race without him? You want to be my personal trainer? Okay. Well, let's get running. Oh, is this a Ferris wheel? Okay. I've never been on one of these before. What an amazing view! Hey, look! There's the museum. I can see my window. It looks so small from here.
The professor had so much fun on the Ferris wheel that George took her to all his favorite places. The day the professor outran him, George knew she was ready for the race. The race was on. The professor seemed to be doing everything right. She ran at a steady pace. And there she was drinking water. So far, so good.
I thought it'd be fun if my personal trainer finished the race with me. And I found out who those anonymous donors were. Apparently, they thought I needed to work a little less and have fun a little more.
That's right, because all work and no play
Is a crummy way to spend your day.
To thank you for helping me learn that lesson, I want you to have my medal.
Hi. Boy, I'm glad to be home. Professor Wiseman asked me to bring some rare stamps to Mr. Stamp.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All there. Whew, they're so rare, I was nervous I might lose one. Wow, George, I can't believe you did all that while I was gone. You know, I think you broke the world speed record for making a gigantic mess.
George didn't see a gigantic mess. Just a bunch of little messes that looked big together.
George, you have to learn to clean up after yourself, and there is no time like the present. Here's your very own dirt dragon. Now you can clean up whenever you see a mess. See you later, George. Hi, Mr. Stamp. Those rare postage stamps are right here on my... Can I call you back? Huh. Wow. George cleaned the whole place, including the rare valuable stamps. That means they're in the vacuum until he empties the bag.
Sharky couldn't carry all those small pieces of biscuit at once. Lucky for her, her friend George was here. Sharky hoped he would guard the pieces for her. Sharky forgot that George didn't speak dog.
Did a monkey in a cape just take our jacks?
A monkey with a vacuum just vacuumed up my winning lottery ticket.
George was a happy hero, thinking of all the animals and people he had made happy.
George, come back!
Why wasn't it working? What good is a superhero without a vacuum cleaner?
When the bag is filled, you empty it into a garbage can and start again.
Of course. It was time to empty the bag. And there was the perfect place to get rid of everything that was in it.
George!
George saw everyone he had helped today running towards him. They must be coming to thank him.
George, have you emptied this bag at all today?
George was happy to be of service.
I'm happy to say they're all there.
Thanks. George, would you like to vacuum my place? I have lots of valuable, dusty collectibles.
Valuable collectibles? Sorry, gotta go now. Bye. George! Oh, I forgot to put the phone in its battery charger again. Where did I leave it now? Oh, the battery's not charged. We're due at the museum. We can call from there. Oh, good thing the power came back on. We almost forgot to turn everything off before we left. George.
You just witnessed the first test of the solar panels I installed to power the museum.
We're unveiling them at a party tonight. We're a solar museum.
Wow.
Usually, electricity is made far away and sent in on wires, but now the museum makes its own power.
Solar panels turn the sun's rays into electricity, which is then stored in these batteries.
It's Dr. Levitt's birthday. During the party for the solar panels, I'd like to give her a surprise.
Oh, I could make one of my famous birthday lasagnas.
Precisely what I was thinking.
These batteries are a lot like the ones in toys, flashlights, or cordless phones. And they get all their power from the sun.
If I put it in the oven right now, it'll be ready in plenty of time. Hey, while it cooks, we have time to play. Another blackout. George, the oven's electric. My lasagna won't cook. I'd better warn Professor Wiseman we may be late. Or worse, lasagna-less. Where did I leave it now? There's no way on earth to cook without power. George, that reflected sun is hot. That reflected sun is hot. George, you may be a genius. A pizza box keeps pizza warm, so it'll hold the heat. A hole to let the sun in. Glue on some plastic wrap to keep the heat from getting out again. And shiny aluminum foil to direct the sun's heat into the box. Fantastic! Angle it so the sun hits the lasagna. If the power comes back on, we can put it in the oven. But if it doesn't, I think it'll cook.
Hours later, guests arrived at the museum, which was the only building in the whole city with electricity.
It's hot. It's cooked.
We made a solar cooker. Thank George. And the sun.
Oh, thank you. Nothing could make this birthday more special than a solar lasagna.
That was nice of you to teach him to drive the solar car.
I thought you taught him.
George! 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 Come back with that expensive piece of car! Fever, stuffy nose, clammy paws. You're definitely fighting a germ, George. A germ is... hold on. I think there's a picture in this book. Here you go. See that blob? That's a germ.
Oh.
Some germs are good for you, but bad germs can make you sick. Well, that's your body. Your nose, mouth, stomach. Those are your lungs. When you sneeze or cough, that's your lungs squeezing together and trying to force out the bad germs. Enough biology. Time for you to rest.
George didn't want to rest. He wanted to get rid of his bad germ. If only he knew how.
You better look out, because Toots is in town. I'm in your nose.
Achoo, he's in your nose.
I'm in your nose.
Oh, yeah, he's in your nose.
I'll make you sniff and I'll make you sneeze. You won't be smelling that smelly cheese down to your belly.
Down,
Mosey on down to your belly.
Look out, he's in your belly.
So don't eat a thing, that's my suggestion, because I'll be giving you indigestion. Sing it, Jeremy.
Go, Toots, go.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Do it again.
Go, Toots,
Yeah. I love this place. Better head to your lungs.
Hey, Toots, where you going?
To the lungs.
Oh, yeah, he's in your lungs.
Well, I'll be making you wheeze and cough. You better take the whole week off. And if you're wondering who to blame,
Don't forget, Toots the name.
cause we'll be making you sweat and squirm, cause that's our job. Cause we're germs. Yeah. Woo! Cause we're germs.
That was the germ that was making George sick.
Well, hey, you're a strange-looking germ. Toots is my name. These here singers are the Germettes.
George explained that he was the owner of this body, and Toots and the Germettes would have to go.
Go? Why should we go? We like it here. I'm making you feel sick? Oh, well, in that case, I'll be on my way. I'll just get my stuff. Fool you! I'm never leaving. But you are. Gotta run. Hey, what are you doing? Let me go!
George didn't have a feather, but he did have 20 fingers.
No! Hey, cut it out! This whole place could blow!
George and Yoki had done it. Toots was gone.
You're awake. How do you feel?
George felt great. He could even smell again.
You seem much better. I wish I could say the same. Thank you, George.
That song was very familiar. Where was it coming from?
You won't be smelling that smelly cheese down to your belly. Mosey on down to your belly.
Is in your belly.
So don't eat a thing, that's my suggestion, cause I'll be giving you indigestion.